Everyone wants a piece of the American dream. Some people buy land, some buy cars, and one man tried to buy the moon. Yes, the actual moon. The glowing rock in the sky that belongs to, well, nobody or everybody. Depending on how greedy you are, this is the story of a man who looked up at the night sky and thought, yeah, I could probably own that. Our story begins in the 1980s, a time when capitalism had gone fully turbo. Wall Street was booming, billionaires were multiplying, and greed wasn't a sin. It was a lifestyle. Enter Dennis Hope, an ordinary American with extraordinary levels of confidence. One day, while driving through San Francisco, Dennis looked up at the moon and thought, why does nobody own it? That question changed his life. He did what any logical person would do in the 80s. He checked if it was legal. And according to the 1967 Outer Space Treaty, no nation could claim ownership of celestial bodies. But here's the loophole. It didn't say anything about individuals. So, Dennis Hope decided to fill out a claim form at his local county office for the moon. He literally wrote, I, Dennis M. Hope, claim ownership of the moon and all other celestial bodies. And nobody stopped him, because apparently no one in the government had a department for intergalactic property disputes. But Dennis didn't stop at paperwork. He went full entrepreneur. He founded the Lunar Embassy, an official-looking organization that sold land on the moon. For around $20 per acre, you could become a proud lunar landowner. And it worked. People started buying moon plots as novelty gifts, wedding presents, or just to say, yeah, I own real estate off-world. By the early 2000s, Dennis claimed to have sold millions of acres, earning over $10 million. He even divided the moon into regions and started selling land on Mars, Venus, and Io. The man literally franchised space. Of course, lawyers eventually got involved. The United Nations reminded everyone that celestial bodies belong to all humankind. But Dennis argued he wasn't a nation, just a businessman. And since no one officially stopped him, he kept selling. He even sent letters to the UN, the US government, and Russia, politely informing them that he now owned the moon. None of them replied. And according to Dennis, silence means consent, a logic that probably wouldn't hold up in court. But in capitalism, it's enough to sell t-shirts. So he did. Then came the believers. Celebrities like Tom Cruise and Ronald Reagan reportedly bought moonland. People framed their lunar property certificates, and Dennis Hope started calling himself the head of the Galactic Government. He created a flag, a constitution, and even tried to start tax collection on other planets. At this point, it was less a business and more a cult with good branding. But hey, in a world where people buy digital land in the metaverse, maybe Dennis was just ahead of his time. Today, Dennis Hope is retired, but his website still sells moonland. He claims to have over 6 million citizens of the moon nation. No government recognizes it. NASA doesn't care. But it doesn't matter, because in the end, Dennis Hope didn't need to own the moon. He owned something far more powerful: people's imagination. He proved that if you find a loophole big enough, you can literally sell nothing, and people will buy it as long as you call it property. So the next time you look at the moon, remember, someone out there has a piece of paper saying it's theirs. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. It's free, until Mr. Dennis Hope claims it's not.